This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're at your call for the JD Next Gen show. With me, cruiserweight prospect Viddal Riley. Viddal, it's been a while. How are you, mate?
It's been a little while. How you been?
I've been good, mate. Last time we saw each other, you were fighting out in Dubai. 3 fights as a professional. You've gone Mexico, States, United Arab Emirates. Have you had time to reflect on that experience and that fight as well?
Yeah, I know I'm traveling. I know it's not your traditional journey, but, opportunities are coming up. We're taking them. I'm fortunate enough to have them. So, on to the next now. On to the next.
You say on to the next. You know what I'm going to ask you now. What is next? What is next? We're here at your call tonight. Do you want to be fighting in the UK? We've actually not seen you over here yet.
Yeah, obviously I'd love to fight in the UK, but we're going to make that a big deal. When I come here, I want to be headlining. I want it to be a very fun moment of my career. So I'm not going to rush it to be on, on the undercard or something of another show. We want to headline, we want to do it big. So that's going to take a bit of time. I'm only 3 fights in, but there's opportunities that are on the horizon, and we're just currently negotiating a few things. And then hopefully next time we have an interview, I can tell you.
I'm going to assume that means you're heading back stateside. Are you going to be heading over there for training camp anyway in the coming weeks or months?
I'm looking mid-July to head back over there, start camp. I've already started camp, but to finish off camp with Jeff, and then see what opportunities are available.
Now, I want to ask you about a couple of the cruiserweight fights taking place. I'm not going to ask you how far away you are from that mix because we talked about that and you've got your own development to do. That said, British cruiserweight scene is on fire right now. 2 weeks away from Lawrence Okolie versus Jack Massey up in Manchester. Thoughts on that fight, Viddal?
I think Lawrence wins. Lawrence is proven to be the most dominant cruiserweight domestically, in my opinion, whether you like him or not. He's knocked out who he needs to knock out, he's beaten who he needs to beat, and so I feel like he's secured this level and he's ready for European level and then world honours. So I got Lawrence for that fight.
Now, a couple months ago it was rumoured that Lawrence Okolie was going to be fighting for the WBA world title against Denis Lebedev. It didn't quite come to fruition, but he was certainly keen to get that fight on. You mentioned there Lawrence has sort of asserted himself as the top domestic cruiserweight. Do you think he's not too far away from getting in amongst world level as well, though?
Yeah, that's the thing with the cruiserweight division. There's a strong domestic level, there's a little bit of a gap, and then there's a world level, the elites, Dorticos, Tabiti, Bradis, all of them. And I feel like he's one step below the Dorticos and the Bradis of the world, but he is touching world level soon. And it'll be interesting to see in the next 18 months how he progresses to that level.
Now, another domestic fight taking place July 20th at the O2 Arena on the White Rivas undercard. I think it was announced just minutes after you'd finished fighting in Dubai, and that's Richard Riakporhe against Chris Billum-Smith. I know you fought Chris in the amateurs. Thoughts on that fight? How do you see that fight unfolding?
It's going to be a very interesting fight. Both of them have similar credentials, the height and reach, good fundamentals. I'm going to give Richard the edge on this one. I feel like he's going to grit the fight out more towards the end. He's been more tested so far as a pro as well. We haven't really seen Chris in any challenging fights as such, and I feel like that experience on that stage is going to bring Richard through for the victory.
Now, boxing aside, you've got your fingers in a lot of pies, so to speak. There's the whole YouTube scene, there's now music. I've seen you've been a very busy man. With all of that and this huge fan base you've accumulated already, when you're only 3-0, very early in your professional career, how much do you think these external factors have already helped you, like this fan base you've built up, and how much that'll benefit you going forward as well as you start to step up the levels?
Well, boxing is entertainment. It's violent entertainment, but it's entertainment. So is music and so is YouTube. So I feel like as much as I'm an entertainer as a fighter, I'm an entertainer as a person and as a personality on the internet or wherever you see me. It's going to be very beneficial for me to be known across many things, because at the same time, like, boxing tickets are not exclusive to people who only like boxing. If you like me as a person because you like my song, or you like me because you like my YouTube channel, you still might want to see me fight. And that's the mentality I bring, and that's why I do what I do.
I know a lot of fighters have started to utilise social media a lot more, that whole side of things to help build their profile. Mm-hmm. Do you think you're sort of showing to the younger fighters coming through, though, that there can be so much importance put on this to help elevate your career?
I think we've seen, the Ryan Garcias of the world and myself, who are really targeting a different demographic to your traditional ones, and we've seen the benefit it's had for him. You know, he's having an amazing career so far. He's just, you know, with Canelo now as well and his team, and I think everyone's starting to realize the opportunities that can arise from just being overall more popular than just being a good fighter can accelerate your career in many ways inside and outside of the ring. So I feel, you know, in a pioneering position to doing what I'm doing, and I won't get the credit for it until I'm done, but I'll wait for it.
Viddal, I won't keep you too long. I know you want to get back inside. Thank you very much for Thank you very much for speaking to Boxing Social. We'll catch you when you got some fight news.
Yeah, man, very soon. Fight news. Stay tuned on my socials. Love to Boxing Social as always. I'm out.